Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV to talk to you today about the 2015 Waterproof Motorcycle Glove Buyer's Guide at RevZilla.com. Now, what you're going to see on the table in front of me is the best of what's new and what's available for 2015 in the way of waterproof gloves to keep your hands nice and dry. It also bears to mention that the majority of the gloves that you're going to see here are going to have a varying level of insulative properties to keep your hands not just dry but also toasty warm as we push into the colder months of the year. Now, what you're going to see here is our favorite picks for 2015. These are going to be our favorites based on our riding, our research, and our expert opinion in the world of motorcycles. Whether you are a first-time rider looking to get into a pair of waterproof gloves, or perhaps you're a veteran rider looking to replace an old favorite that's hanging out in your closet, we are going to have something for everyone. From sport to sport touring to commuting, all the way up to ADV and full-on race protection, there is going to be an example of that on the table, and we're going to hit on the key features of each piece. Now, at any time, if you would like to shop the entire collection, all you have to do is click the info button. You can watch detailed breakdowns of any of the gloves you see here, read rider reviews, and don't forget, this is going to be part of our larger guide series. We're also going to have guides on helmets, jackets, boots, and gloves, giving you the best of what's available again for 2015. Now, starting on my right-hand side, we are going to work our way through the table and touch on everything you see here. The first up is going to be the Alpinestars Apex gloves. Now, the Apex gloves are going to be on the table because these are going to be your bang for your buck offering. Sub $100, these are going to be a glove that's going to give you 100% waterproof with a full dry star membrane. They're going to have 100 grams of thinsulate insulation in the back of the hand, hard knuckle fingers. When you look at the palm, you're getting a goat skin palm with synthetic overlays, and you're also going to have touch screen fingertips with this, so you can work all of those electronic gizmos on your bike. Now, as far as sizing is concerned with the Apex, these are pure European cut, exactly what we'd expect from Alpinestars, and I would be a 2XL in these gloves. Now, next up on the table, we are going to have the IKON Alkane gloves. Now, the Alkanes are on the table today for you gentlemen out there that have big, thick fingers and you have a hard time finding a glove that's going to work with your hand. What you're getting is a glove that's sized up for a big hand with D3O protection on the back, full waterproof, full thermal, around that $110 price point. You're also getting a full leather palm with this and a nice full gauntlet design. Again, the big selling point for the Alkane is going to be the sizing on this. Now, with IKON, I am typically going to wear an extra large. Keep in mind that while the body of this glove fits me in a large, I had to size up to an extra large to get it to fit the length of my fingers. But again, this glove isn't for me. It's for you riders out there with big, meaty paws. Now, next up on the table, we are getting into the world of premium with the RevZilla Serious gloves. Remember, when we talk about premium gloves, we're talking about premium materials and complexity of construction. When we get into Serious, you're getting thinsulate insulation in two different variations, thinsulate G and thinsulate C, working together to give you maximized insulation in the back of the hand while allowing for great tactile sensation at the front or the palm of the hand. So you're getting a full goat skin palm with this, you're getting dual comp C softback palm slider, you're getting a touchscreen fingertip with this to work all of your electronic devices, and again, armor knuckles at the back, full gauntlet, Hydrotex liner to keep you dry as well as warm. And again, this is our favorite to get you into the premium world. The Serious comes in around that $140 price point. As far as sizing is concerned, RevZilla has taken a turn to the more American size cut, and this is going to be an extra large on my hand. Now, as we move to the middle of the table, the RevZilla Scout Evos are going to get us into the world of Gore-Tex. Now, with the Scout Evos, you're getting a full Gore-Tex liner. You're also stepping up to a Primaloft insulation, which is a little bit thinner, yet still as insulative as something like thinsulate. So you're getting better feel and better grip with this. Armor knuckles at the back of the hand. You're also going to have a full goat skin palm. I love the high-vis colorway with this particular glove. This is something that I actually wore all last winter. It kept my hands warm. It kept my hands dry. Now again, around the $180 price point, the Scout Evos are going to be our pick for getting you into the world of Gore-Tex with a premium glove. As far as sizing is concerned, this is going to be all European, all Dainese. I am a 2XL in this glove. Now, As we move on to the RevZilla Aquila H2Os, the Aquila H2O gloves are my favorite new gloves that I've seen in 2015. What you're getting for the same price point as the RevZilla Scout Evos, you are stepping away from Gore-Tex. You no longer have Gore-Tex, but what you get in its place is a beefed up, more technical protective piece. You still have a waterproof Hydrotex liner proprietary to RevZilla, but what you're getting is C-Soft back knuckles. You are getting super fabric outlining those knuckles, and remember, super fabric, laser welded tiny ceramic plates, 14 times more abrasive resistant than something like leather. As we look at the palm on this, full goat skin palm, dual comp slider, electronic fingertip. This is going to be an excellent option for you out there looking for a sport touring glove, looking for something more aggressive, where the Dominator is going to be more oriented towards commuters and tourers. This is going to be for you sport touring riders out there. Now again, with RevZilla, they've taken more of an American stride. I am going to be an extra large when it comes to the sizing on the Aquila gloves. Now, as we move on to the last two options on the table, we are moving into the world of ultra premium. The Ruka Amatra glove. This is going to be right around that $250 price point. This is our favorite pick for riders out there that are looking for a full race gauntlet glove. You want all the protection that would get you to the track, but you want to be able to tackle the cold as well as the wet of the winter months. You're looking at a full Gore-Tex liner. You're looking at Outlast insulation. Remember, with Outlast, this is going to be a temperature regulating insulation. It helps to cool you down if you start to overheat. It absorbs that heat, and then when you start to cool down, it releases that heat, keeping your hands nice and warm as the weather turns. But really, the reason this is on the table is the protection. You're looking at full carbon fiber knuckles on the back, TPR at the back of the fingers. You're going to have elastication behind those knuckles, giving you comfort. As we look at the palm on this, full leather construction throughout the entire glove, scaphoid protection to keep that impact if you go down, going to keep your palm nice and safe. You're going to have the luxuries of touring with the touchscreen fingertips, so you can use all of your electronic devices. You're going to have a little bit of a windshield wiper there. And again, the last little piece here, very similar to something we'd see from Alpinestars in a full-on race glove. You're going to have that finger bridge connecting the pinky and the ring finger. Now with Ruka, this is going to be purely European in its size. I am a 12 in the Amatra gloves. That would correlate to something like a 2XL in Dainese or in Alpinestars. Now, last but not least, on the table, we are going to have the RevZilla Dominator gloves. The RevZilla Dominator gloves are our favorite pick for those of you out there looking for a Gore-Tex waterproof glove, but you don't want insulation. So unlike all the other gloves on the table, the Dominators are going to not have any insulative properties in them whatsoever. What you are getting, though, is a full Gore-Tex XCR liner. And Gore-Tex XCR is a step up from regular Gore-Tex. It's going to breathe better, help to keep your hand dry, and then you're also going to have extra fit technology where they laminate the Gore-Tex right to the outer shell to give you better tactile feel and feedback when you're riding. You're also going to notice trionic knuckles at the back of the hand, giving you beefed up protection. As we take a look at the palm on this, Petard's leather. This is going to be leather that's going to be hydrophobic. It's not going to absorb water the way regular leather would. It's also going to give you better feel, better feedback, as well as being more abrasive resistant than regular leather. And you're also going to have that dual comp slider here at the bottom. Now this is really going to be for you ADV riders out there. You're looking for a glove that isn't going to have insulation to it because you're probably already rocking heated grips and you're probably already rocking some kind of a hand protector that's going to block the wind to your hand. So you want to maximize feel, you want to maximize feedback, and you don't need that extra layer of insulation. Now it bears to mention that with the Dominator gloves from RevZilla, I find that these fit a size smaller than the other RevZilla gloves on the table. I would be a 2XL in these gloves. Now, if you were looking at the table, you might have noticed that there's 3 different pairs of RevZilla gloves here today, and that's because with these gear guides, these are our favorite picks for 2015, and RevZilla is simply knocking it out of the park this year. Now remember, there are a ton of other riders out there rocking all of these gloves. All you have to do if you want to read about what they have to say is to click the info button. Read rider reviews, watch our detailed breakdown videos, and feel free to shop the entire collection, as well as to watch all of the other gear guides in our fall update. Now, if you have any other questions for us, never hesitate, give us a call, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the 2015 Waterproof Motorcycle Glove Buyer's Guide. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.